Hey, back from more Shakespeare. If you remember yesterday, we had Coriolanus going to Antium because he wanted to try to find Tullus Aufidius now that he's been banished from Rome. So he happens to find the house, and yesterday he was psyching himself up before he goes to knock on the door, except in scene 4-5, he doesn't knock on the door, he just walks in. The scene starts with some servants doing servanty things, and then Coriolanus comes in and is like, "Do you know who I am?" And they're like, "What? Get out of here." And he's like, "I'll kill you." And they're like, "Huh?" So they bring in Tullus Aufidius, who's like, "Who are you and why are you in my house?" And he's like, "Don't you recognize me?" And he's like, I need a little more. And he's like, "Do you recognize me now?" And he takes off his head and he's like, So Coriolanus says, "My name is Caius Marcius, who hath done to thee particularly and to all the Volsces great hurt and mischief. Thereto witness may my surname Coriolanus. The painful service, the extreme dangers, and the drops of blood shed for my thankless country are requited but with that surname. A good memory and witness of the malice and displeasure which thou shouldst bear me. Only that name remains. The cruelty and envy of the people, permitted by our dastard nobles, who have all forsook me, hath devoured the rest, and suffered me by the voice of slaves to be hooped out of Rome. Now, this extremity hath brought me to thy hearth, not out of hope, mistake me not, to save my life, for if I had feared death of all the men in the world, I would have avoided thee. But in mere spite, to be full quit of those my banishers, stand I before thee here. Then if thou hast a heart of wreak in thee, that wilt revenge thine own particular wrongs, and stop those maims of shame seen through thy country, speed thee straight, and make my misery serve thy turn. So use it, that my revengeful services may prove as benefits to thee. For I will fight against my cankered country with the spleen of all the under-fiends. But if so be thou darest not this, and that to prove more fortunes that art tired, then, in a word, I also am longer to live most weary, and present my throat to thee, and to thy ancient malice, which, not to cut, would show thee but a fool, since I have ever followed thee with hate, drawn tons of blood out of thy country's breast, and cannot live but to thy shame, unless it be to do thee service." So yeah, he's going through with his plan. He's like, screw Rome. I'm going to screw them over every conceivable way that I am, and I'm going to pal up with the guy that my mortal enemy. And then tomorrow, here's the fun part. Tomorrow we get to hear Tullus Aufidius's response to this. Won't that be fun? I'll see you then.